Well, if you actually go to the paid Oxford English Dictionary, it's a subscription service. Okay, when you read it, it's very clear. It says that it's the denial, not just an absence of belief. The dictionaries will report usages, but usages do not constitute a standard definition. So defining atheism as a lack of belief is not only not the standard definition, it's not even a good definition because it's ambiguous. And I'll prove it to you right now. So definitions that are ambiguous are not good, right? So if atheism is a lack of belief, will that include individuals, both of who identify as an atheist, one of who denies God and the other one who says that they're not denying God?
Both of them.
Yeah, well, do you see the problem with that? So somebody identifies as an atheist.
I
Right.
do just want to say though, it's at the start you're missing the first part. It's disbelief or a lack of belief, right?
Yeah, well, the word
So it's both of
disbelief,
those.
the word disbelief can have different connotations. But if you actually do me a favor, sometime today or tomorrow, go onto Google and search for the scholarly paper by Malik, M-A-L-I-K or M-A-L-E-K. I never can remember. It's called on the definition of atheism and the burden of proof. It's a scholarly paper on the definition of atheism. Okay. And it showcases that atheists are trying to bastardize the definition, the standard definition of atheism. And there's a reason why they're doing that. It's because they're trying to redefine atheism not as an answer to the question, does God exist? Right, that there is no God. To atheism is simply a mental or psychological condition wherein they have an absence of a positive belief, because then you don't have any responsibility to defend your position. You just say, oh, I'm unconvinced. Okay? So then if atheism is just simply, golly shucks, I'm unconvinced, persuade me, bro, right? Then what do we call somebody in the English language by a single word that designates those who deny God? Is there a word in the English language that does that? And then they go, oh, atheist. Well, yeah. So when you use the word atheist to designate those who deny God and those who do not deny God, that causes confusion. And and there's no reason to define it as a lack of belief, because we already have an English word that designates those who say they neither believe in God, or those who believe that God does not exist, and that's called agnostic. Okay? That's why Thomas Huxley in the late 19th century, who was Darwin's bulldog, invented the term agnostic, because he clearly was not identifying as a theist in Victorian England. And he didn't want to be identified as an atheist, although that's in fact what he was. His history has shown that out. So he says of himself, not of himself, he says, an agnostic is somebody who will claim neither to know or to believe in something without sufficient reason or evidence. Right? So if agnosticism is defined as being without knowledge or belief in a proposition, right? Then when the atheist says they lack belief but don't deny God's existence, how is that any different from the agnostic position? And the answer is, it's not. So the definition of atheism as a lack of belief is a non-standard definition, and it causes nothing but problems. Did he leave? All right. I can't tell you how many dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of conversations I've had to have over the definition of atheism, which we should not have to be having any conversation, just like we're not going to